A well-known community activist is being remembered for his impact here in Prince George's County. Sylvester Vaughns helped integrate local schools, and his family says he never stopped fighting for people. Denise Douglas has more on his life and legacy.
Olivia Vaughns remembers her father.
Well, his whole thing was when he would be able to get back in his truck and drive his truck again for himself.
In this picture, his smile captivates her, but she thinks back on much more.
He was a hard-working man, God-fearing man, real family man, and he loved his community.
In 1966, Sylvester Vaughns had just moved to Palmer Park. It was a time when black families were moving in and whites were moving out. The exodus did little to integrate the public schools. Mr. Vaughns wasn't happy.
He felt the education system was not fair the way it was, and so not only did he talk about it, but he took a stance on it.
He took on the Prince George's School Board to force change, but got nowhere. Eventually, as the president of the NAACP, he filed a lawsuit against the county. The result, black students were bused to white schools and vice versa. His daughter says it made a difference in her education.
I believe that was very important because of the fact that when we, as the students, as his children, we were in the school system, and when they started busing, the schools I had been in and then the schools I went to was very different. The science equipment was far better than what I had seen in my other school. The books were better. You know, we weren't tore up books. These were like fresh books.
This has always been important because he was someone who was constantly stressing education for us and everyone around the neighborhood.
His granddaughter says he taught her the importance of fighting for a cause. Over the years, Mr. Vaughns received numerous awards, some seen here in his house, for his community work.
Growing up in it, it didn't always seem, from the background, it always seemed like, well, that's what everybody does, because that's all we ever knew for him. But as I grew older and kind of left this area, he stressed the importance of being able to use your voice, use your platform, you know, speak out on things. So every time I have an opportunity with the things that's happening current day, it's always about just having the conversation. And he was big on talk about it, bring it up, make sure it's a consistent thing that people are hearing about, because that's the only way the change will come.
Unfortunately, he couldn't win his battle with cancer. He died at the age of 81 on September 10th. And though his family will never see his beaming smile again, both Alexandra and her mom are glad that his work will live on.
I've been a strong black man who supported his family through all of it. I mean, because there was times when, I guess when the bus and stuff was going on, when the Ku Klux Klan would call the house, they would threaten to, you know, put cross in our yard, and he stood strong.
Denise Douglas, CTV News.
In addition to his community work, Sylvester Vaughns held a number of jobs with the county government. He was also appointed to the planning board in 2003. A viewing for him will be held at 10 a.m. Saturday at Hemingway Memorial AME Church in District Heights. The funeral service will be at 11 o'clock.